Guys, David Frangioni on stage, modern drummer. This is a special one. Adam Willard, Alkaline Trio, just starting their run with Blink. And we're gonna take a deep dive on Adam's kit. And I wanna talk to you about just what a history you have. I mean, the bands that you've played with.
Well, I'm not that old.
No,
But
but you're that accomplished, and you've had so many iconic artists that you've played with. And,
Thank you for saying so. Yeah, I mean, I've been very fortunate to get to do this as many different times or different chances as I've had. You know, it's some people, they get to be in one band and then, oh, it didn't work out, and then that's it, you know. So I've been really fortunate.
But you pivot. What was the first big break? What was the first band that you felt like, you know, you've taken the jump from local and hustling to landing?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it really was my first band. Rocket from the Crypt was a local band signed to a major label. I was in the band for 10 years, and I mean, I went
that
to
was the beginning.
Yeah.
But before that, were you taking lessons and practicing? How did before that start?
I mean, I was really young when I got my first drum kit. I was 4 years old.
Wow.
So I was just playing, and then, you know, as a teenager, people would be like, "Oh, I hear you play the drums. Like, let's come over and jam," and, you know, like that kind of stuff.
And then you met your future bandmates.
I was in a band in town called Crankshaft, and we were playing shows in San Diego, and Rocket saw me play with them.
Oh, okay.
And they were like, "You want to play with us?" I was like, "Sure, I'll be in 2 bands." And
Amazing.
That's
and who signed you?
It was Interscope Records in 1992. Yeah.
Did you work with Jimmy Iovine?
We did. We absolutely did. It was crazy. He didn't produce anything that we did, but he advised us for sure. And it was.
Yeah, absolutely. And so that's your first experience with like the music business.
Yes.
Where you're starting to now see when there's a label involved, when there's a tour involved, when there are budgets involved. You know, it's a whole nother side of drumming that's not really drumming, but very much so a part of professional drumming.
It's all important. All the pieces work together, you know. It's good to know something about all of it.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to know everything about everything, but you got to know something about all of it.
Yeah, and you learn that. What was one big lesson you remember from those days, like first 10 years, and now you're on Interscope, and there's a lot of powerhouse music guys around your world. What do you remember learning?
I mean, we definitely were taking advantage of that 90s major label money. And we were spending a lot of time in the studio and just doing all these things. But I got shafted so hard by a drum cartridge company that I rented the drums from for the studio. They brought a couple kits down. We tried stuff out, and I chose the kit that I wanted. And then he's like, "Okay, well, I'm going to leave these other kits here in case you want to try something else later." And I was like, he's like, "Do you mind if that's fine?" I'm like, "Well, yeah, I mean, this is the one I'm going to use." But he's like, "Okay." And he left them there for this extent of the session, which was like 5 or 6 weeks, and then charged the band for the rental on all the kits for the whole time. It was like so much money. I was like, oh my gosh. Like, so that was a lesson. Like,
yeah, that's a big one. And that kind of leads to all the related lessons, which is like, if we're not thorough, there's a very, very good chance we're going to get burned.
Yeah.
And what you experienced is beyond being thorough. I mean, that was just not an integrity, right? Because the only way in integrity is that they tell you, we'll leave them here, but we got to charge you for it. And then you can say, no, take them.
Yes, absolutely.
You know,
be given the option.
Of course. Anything less than that is just not cool. After that 10-year run, what's the next big moment?
Joining the Offspring was kind of elevation to the next step of my career, which I've only recently started calling it a career after 30 whatever years. But yeah, joining them those were bigger shows and bigger stages.
And how did you get with Offspring?
They had auditions. Yeah, I went and I tried out.
Wow. And you got the gig.
And I got the gig.
And how long after you tried out did they tell you? Was it an on-the-spot thing, or was it like, hey, we want to finish the process?
You know, I went in and I was very sure that I knew what to do, and I was adding all this stuff and playing extra fills and really elaborating on the parts that were on the record, because I thought, oh, their last drummer just couldn't do it, so check this out. And so they called me, the manager called me. He's like, hey, you know, Dexter writes all the drum parts. I'm like, oh, He's like, so keep that in mind. We're going to have you back and jam with us again. I was like, okay. Note to self, the singer wants to hear the parts that he wrote on the record.
And you learned them.
And so, well, I knew them. I was just embellishing.
Right.
So
now the second time, that's a huge lesson. So you went in and you clearly played it the way that the record was. And then they knew, okay, we got our guy.
But, with my own confidence and my own kind of spirit. But yeah, for sure, much more true to the original parts.
Yeah, that's awesome. And it says a lot about the fact that they gave you the second chance. They really saw what they wanted, but knew that, hey, if we rein him back a little to the core parts, we have our guy.
Yeah, that was very generous of them to give me that second chance. You know what I mean? Because why would you?
And how long were you playing with them?
I was in the band for 4 or 5 years or something. Yeah. And then Tom wanted to start Angels and Airwaves, and he was like, we're going to be a band, 4 peoples, 4 parts, family. And I was definitely an employee with the Offspring.
Right.
So I was like, well, this is a chance to be in a band again, the way I was in Rocket.
Right.
So then I moved to that.
So that's fantastic. And when you're on the road, do you practice? How do you keep your regimen?
I warm up a lot.
Right. You do? Okay.
Before the show.
Pad or backstage set?
I use a pillow. I have a little beanbag pillow that was from Dexter's Plane. We were rushing to get to a gig. Something happened. It was on the Warped Tour, and they were like, they moved our set up, and we were all in LA, and it was in San Francisco, and we all rushed he had a plane. And so we got on the plane, and I was like warming up on the plane, and I'm like, this pillow's amazing. And I took it.
And it's never left?
I still have
That's a long time. That pillow's got a lot of mileage.
Yeah, I've been using that for over 20 years.
And that's your
my warm-up.
And how long do you to go in the pillow to get your wrist loose?
I like start getting into the clothes, and I've got heating pads for my shoulders and my arm. I like put a sweatshirt on, a heating pad, and all that stuff starts about an hour before set time.
Okay, almost an athletic process, right? To just get your body like really ready.
Yeah, and really try to get things activated and warmed up. I mean, man, I'm 52, so it's like I'm feeling every day.
Sure. But you hit hard too.
Sure.
And that's part of it.
Yeah. But I run a lot. We've got a Peloton out here on tour, so fitness is a part of it. And if you've already been active in the day and gotten a sweat going, then when it comes time to play the show, you're that much further ahead of the game.
Yeah, for sure. No, we're playing a very physical instrument, and I think sometimes the muscular part of our instrument is too understated. Right?
If you haven't done it, you don't know.
The elements that go with preparing yourself to drum is where I see a lot of just lacks. People are just taking too much for granted. It's a memory muscle and very physical instrument that requires, like a basketball player, stretches for 20 minutes, doesn't have anything to do with shooting a basketball, but has everything to do with playing the game.
Your body and keeping your body ready for anything. At home, if I don't play for a couple days, I feel it when I get back on the kit. Things feel foreign. Like all of a sudden you're like, what is happening? All right, I can do this. I know I can do this.
So consistency is key also. You're always playing.
Yeah. Oh, always at home. If I'm not in the studio with whoever, then I'm in my practice space, kind of just doing maintenance, playing with records I love, learning music that I'm going to be recording, whatever I got to do. It's really always good to be working on something though, right? And keep that creative muscle moving, because that's a muscle too.
Yeah, it is. And I think that's a big part of your success is that constant forward motion in music, drumming, playing, just staying in the zone, as I would describe it.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Well, thank you.
You've been with DW for what, 15 years?
Yeah, almost exactly. Yeah. So I was with Orange County Drum and Percussion up until the point where they got sold, and then things were changing around, and it was kind of like, it made sense to kind of make a move then. And DW I was already playing their hardware and everything, and they just had open arms and
great. They're like a family.
Oh,
they've
Don
treated
and
me
John
so well. And Louie and everybody there. Incredible. Great. And they make great drums.
Yeah, and I can go anywhere in the world if I need a backline kit, and it's the same thing. The hardware all works exactly, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's very consistent.
That's huge.
It's a big deal.
Now this kit, it's a wrap,
yes.
right? It's absolutely beautiful in person. there's kind of a retro vibe to it. 'Cause, you know, when we think back to like some of the kits with the stripes or whatever, but totally modern cool.
Yeah,
Like
thank you.
it's just, yeah, like futuristically retro. If that, I don't know, guys, is that a word? That's what
It is now. Trademark.
It is now.
Copyright.
Thank you. But it's gorgeous. This kit, and in the lights, this is gorgeous. So, how did you put this kit together? Where's this bad boy come from?
I mean, honestly, it's everything you just said. Like, I remember seeing a picture of, I thought it was a Slingerland kit with like multi-wrapped, multicolored thing that wasn't the Vista light, but like a real thing.
Yeah, the same kind of thing.
That
like, whoa.
idea.
Yeah.
And I've always, you know, I've always taken a lot of pride in the way my kits look and the way they look on stage and everything. And I just wanted to do something that wasn't expected or that I've done before.
Okay.
You know?
So this is brand new for
this is the first gig.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. Guys, you're getting the inside
exclusive,
track.
world
This is
exclusive.
Totally. And so with that vision that you had, how did you arrive on this?
I was in California. I was visiting. I was playing a show for somebody in December, and I went, and me and Steve Vega, the artist relations guy, he showed me all the different broken glass options, and I was like, what colors are going to go together? I want to do at least 4. And he's like, at least? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, oh my gosh. Like, they were so patient.
Oh, so that's part of what I'm seeing that gives me the diamond vibe. It's the broken glass.
Yeah.
So it's 4 different shades of their broken glass.
Exactly, yeah.
And then they did it. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What series is this? What kind of wood? And
They're
what are you
collectors, but these are pure cherry shells, and it's the new Sonic Ply version, which has a thin ply of aluminum sandwiched in the very middle.
Right.
So,
And what sizes are you playing?
24 by 16, 12 by 8, 16 by 14, and 18 by 16.
Okay. And what about the snare drum? That's the outlier. Silver, beautiful.
It's an aluminum 3mm shell. It's the crinkle finish. I don't know exactly what they call it, but it's 6.5 by 14, and just yelling. It's
I mean, these are loud and proud, right?
Yeah.
These drums.
Yeah,
These
very
are...
punchy, really awesome.
Let's take a spin behind it. Let's look at some drum heads and cymbals. Take us around.
I mean, basically, I'm just doing clear pinstripes on the top and a coated Emperor on the bottom.
Okay.
Little bit of cotton inside.
I'm seeing the cotton,
as the natural gate.
And it'll just move around, right?
It bounces,
Yeah.
it sort of lifts off the bottom head and then settles back with a real natural, you know. The PS3 clear, and then it's also a double ply head on the front.
Okay.
So basically,
And that's your thing, is that double ply on the bottom. It's just you want a little more thick.
I'm trying to get away from a ton of tape. I'm just trying
Tone
to control the tone by doing head selection and less muffling.
Emperor X
Yes.
on the snare.
It's
Again, that
a little
dual
bit thicker.
ply.
There's a dot, you know, for extra, you know, durability in the center.
Sure.
But
How often do you have to have the tech change the heads?
I mean, usually we get through several shows.
Okay.
You know, I try to really not do it every day.
Okay. They still sound great after a show.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm seeing very big hi-hats. I mean, are those 16s?
They are 16s. It's a Sweet, K-Sweet top and a Vetus bottom.
Okay.
So the Sweet top is very crispy and bright, and then the Avitas bottom gives it a little bit of warmth and darkness.
I see.
Yeah. 19-inch K dark crash thin. Same here, this is a 20.
Okay.
And a 24-inch K light ride.
And how interesting is that? A light ride, 24-inch.
Yeah.
So what's the idea behind it? It's just got enough bell and enough definition and enough dry wash to kind of fit the bill?
Well, you hit it's the wash that I'm after. I do a lot of crashing on it, a lot of washing on it.
DW hardware.
Yes, sir.
And your own stick.
You know, it's really just a Power 5B, but they do put my name on it. It's
Fantastic.
very nice.
And wood tip, and you're a Vader guy.
Yeah.
These have a nice solid feel. These are a heavy 5B.
I really like that the shoulder is late. You know, the taper is really late, and so the shoulder's up here, and so you get a lot of throw with it. And I play kind of at the end of the stick as well.
Love it. anything else we should know? Because it feels to me like there's something that we haven't mentioned that's pretty freaking cool.
Well,
a bell just went off.
Yeah, there you
What
go.
is it?
You had an idea. This is my nod to one of my favorite drummers, Brendan Canty from Fugazi. Okay. He always had a bell, and I did clear this with him. I said, "Is it okay if I take your idea?" And
that's as bell as it gets. This thing is massive.
Yeah, it's part of a transmission from a 70s GM, and it's half of a torque converter. And anybody can make one. Go to the junkyard and pull a transmission.
Get your own bell.
Yeah, all that stuff.
But it's very musical. I mean, it doesn't have any kind of car, you know, like normally you wouldn't get like a nice tone out of a car part. You know, you'll get a trash, or you'll get a metallic. Yeah, but you don't get like, this is.
It's actually nice. It's got a nice sustain, and it wants to be hit like on the edge, you know, and so positioning is a little tough, because if you hit it this way, it doesn't do anything. Right. And this way,
that's nothing. Just too pingy. But right there, you get that meat. And what song do you use it in?
Anyone I get a chance.
Okay, so as often as possible.
I throw them in all the time.
Hit the car part.
I'll just kind of get around, and it'll be like a bing-ka, you know, and like sort of
cool.
Just peaks out. Or sometimes if you don't want to actually have a big crash on a downbeat, I'll end with that.
Oh, nice. Wow, sounded great. Adam, thank you for being here today. We have just a small gift, token of our appreciation.
All right.
All right, good toss.
Nice.
Or give the drummer some VIP.
Oh man, that's fantastic.
Yes, so.
Thank you very much.
They look so good that I wear one.
Yeah, I mean, it looks good on you.
Thank you. It's going to look great on you.
I get an idea of what it's going to be. I've been a fan of the magazine for so many years. Since I was a little kid, it was so important to me, and it would come every month in the mail, and I was just super absorbed for the next 2 days. Like I couldn't even get my face out of it.
I love it. And now it comes every month in the email. Yes. And it's just as absorbing. And thank you for loving the brand and really the community that we have, because there's really nothing like us drummers, right? Like the drumming community, all of us, there's just something special about drummers that is just not the same in any other instrument. The way that we learn from each other, inspire each other, and just are really excited about the instrument.
I gotta agree. Gotta agree. Cheers, man. Thank you.
Adam Willard, man.
Thank you.
David Frangioni, Modern Drummer. Thanks for checking it out. We'll see you guys again soon. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below.